Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. So we are entering into the Ayodhya Kanda of Sri Valmiki Ramayana. And here a very interesting incident is going to happen, which is like a twist in the story, which is like um, something which changes the course of Lord Ramachandra's life and activities. Yes, as you heard from Santosh, this is the conversation that happened between Kaikeyi and her maid servant Manthara. Now you see, we all know this fact. We must have heard many times. We have been warned by our parents, our elders, that choose your friends wisely. The kind of company that you keep is going to decide your thoughts, your actions. So therefore, if you have good company, you will come up with good ideas, good thoughts, good actions. But the bad association will always lead to degradation of one's own self, and also it will cause damage and difficulty for others around us. So a classic example for this is there in the Valmiki Ramayana. Manthara, she came along with Devi Kaikeyi when Kaikeyi married Dashrath Maharaj. Manthara is said to be the personal maid servant of Kaikeyi. Right from the birth of Kaikeyi, Manthara was taking care of her. So in that way, there was a lot of affection and attachment between the two. And when Kaikeyi came to Ayodhya, Manthara also accompanied her. As a result of this, Manthara was having a lot of access to the inner space of Kaikeyi. She would get to know many special news and things which were not known to ordinary people. Through Kaikeyi, Manthara would actually get to know. So once Kaikeyi, she had accompanied Dashrath Maharaj to for a battle. She had actually become the chariot driver of Dashrath Maharaj. So she was skillful in chariot driving. And when Dashrath Maharaj was being attacked by the enemies, the opponents, when he was actually becoming weaker in the battlefield, at one point of time, Dashrath Maharaj falls unconscious because of the attack of the enemies. And at that time, skillfully, Kaikeyi drives the chariot nicely, and she takes the chariot of Dashrath Maharaj to a safe place. In this way, Kaikeyi saves the life of Dashrath Maharaj, which was actually good because she is the wife and she is also playing the role of a chariot driver. It is her duty to take care of Dashrath Maharaj in that way. But when Dashrath Maharaj came to his senses, he actually praised Kaikeyi, and he was so much glorifying Kaikeyi, and he lost his good sense, I should say, that he gave two boons to Kaikeyi. So Dashrath Maharaj said, I'm giving you two benedictions, and you can ask me whatever you want. I will give you this. Now, when somebody promises like this, I will give you whatever you want. That itself shows that it's not a well thought statement. It is more of an emotional statement. When we say, I will give you whatever you want, what does it mean? Is it logical? Uh, Generally, a person who is in his senses will not make such a statement. But this statement made by Dashrath Maharaj makes us understand how Dashrath Maharaj felt so indebted to Kaikeyi for saving his life that he was ready to do anything. And Kaikeyi said, I don't have any wishes now, but in the future, if it is required, I will ask you for two boons. So that means it's like a post-paid or a post-dated check that Dashrath Maharaj gave to Kaikeyi. Now, this was revealed by Kaikeyi to Manthara. See, the benediction given, the talks between husband and wife, to a greater extent, they should be private. There should be some kind of a secrecy. Why should a third person, however near by, however close he or she may be, why should a person know this? The private talks between a husband and wife. But anyway, because as I mentioned, she was so affectionate towards Manthara, Kaikeyi revealed this to Manthara and she got to know this. And later on, when Dashrath Maharaj was making arrangements for coronating Ramachandra, that time Manthara, gets this thought, you know, she somehow feels that my mistress Kaikeyi should become the Rajamata, not Kausalya, right? She was so very possessive about her mistress. You can say it is very natural to think that way. But anyway, but her intentions, even though they appear to be good, but the way she chose to poison Kaikeyi's mind, that is highly condemnable. So Manthara goes to Kaikeyi and says, see, the whole Ayodhya is lit up. All the citizens are celebrating. And Kaikeyi said, yes, even I got to know that Ramachandra is going to be coronated tomorrow. And I am also very happy. Don't you see? I'm also celebrating. And Kaikeyi says, you are a stupid woman. You are actually celebrating a disastrous future for you and your son. You know what it means, Rama to become the king of Ayodhya? It means you and your son Bharata will remain slaves at the feet of Rama and his mother Kausalya. Now the king considers you to be his dearmost wife, but once Rama becomes the king, you will lose that post because Kausalya will become more prominent in the palace. She will become more important because she will become the queen mother, and you and your son will simply remain slaves, order carriers of Kausalya. So, Kausalya, actually, she was treating her co-wives with lot of respect and affection. But here from this incident, it looks like Kaikeyi had some kind of a competitive spirit with with Kausalya, and this competitive spirit was very well known to Manthara because of her close proximity. And Manthara used this weakness of Kaikeyi to fuel the thought process in her mind that it is not going to be good for them. Rama becoming king is not a good news. It's not meant for celebration. Actually, Kaikeyi had a lot of affection for Rama from the very beginning of his birth. But few moments of talks that she spent, few moments that she spent with Manthara changed the whole thing. So Manthara, she said, see, long back you had told me that Dashrath Maharaj had promised you to give two boons. It's the right time now to go and ask the two boons. You should go and ask that instead of Rama, your son Bharata should become the king of Ayodhya. And also you should ask that Rama should go to the forest for 14 years. These are the two benedictions that you should ask of Dashrath Maharaj. Now, Kaikeyi, she was so much affected by the words, especially she fueled the competitive spirit that Kaikeyi had towards Kausalya. And because of this, Kaikeyi became fully carried away by the words of Manthara. Now, a lesson for us is first thing is you should not reveal secrets to everybody. Number one. Number two is that when somebody is giving you an advice, you need not have to, you should separate the truth from the hype that is created along with that news or some advice. Kaikeyi hyped up the whole, Manthara hyped up the whole thing. Manthara said, if Rama becomes the king, you and your son will remain slaves, which was actually not true because both Kausalya and Rama held Kaikeyi with high regards and respect. So that was never the experience of Kaikeyi. But still, the way Manthara spoke affected Kaikeyi so much, she got emotionally overwhelmed. And immediately she went to Dashrath Maharaj to ask these two boons. Another thing that we learn here is instead of assuming, Kaikeyi assumed that, oh, after Rama becomes the king, her position will be belittled in the palace. It was an assumption by hearing Manthara's words. She should have actually gone and cross checked. She should have actually discussed her insecurities with Dashrath Maharaj. Then the whole problem would have solved. But she didn't do that. So whenever we hear, rumors about others, instead of assuming things, instead of jumping into conclusions, Ramayana teaches us that we should go and clarify, seek clarification, put forward your doubts genuinely, and let the other person answer it. Why should you just hear somebody's, words and spoil your relationships with people? In fact, in any relationship, whenever a third person enters into the relationship, we always see that causes a lot of misunderstandings. That's exactly what happened with Kaikeyi, right? So Kaikeyi, she was in good terms with Rama. She knew that Rama is well behaved, he's of noble character, but still she came under the sway of Manthara. Had she gone and clarified with both Dashratha and Rama, especially with Dashratha, uh, the whole thing would have not happened. And what was the result of this anyway? What was the result of listening to Manthara's words? Was she happy afterwards? No. Because of this, Rama was sent to the forest. Dashrath Maharaj gave up his life. So Bharata disowned his own mother Kaikeyi, saying that you are a sinful woman. You have sent my brother to the forest, and you are the cause of my father's death. How can I imagine that you are my mother? He became very upset and he disowned his mother. So, listening to Manthara only increased the miseries of Kaikeyi. She became, I mean, she became more and more, her life became miserable. Whenever you listen to a third person, yeah, I'm not saying that you should not pay attention to anybody's words, but yes, we should always clarify before jumping to conclusion. So whenever we allow a third person to come in between our relationships, we should always remember the plight of Kaikeyi. Another learning that we get from this incident is Kaikeyi had a weakness. Her weakness was envy towards her co-wives. This weakness was known to Manthara. And whenever a wicked person gets to know about your weakness, the wicked person will always try to exploit you, keeping that weakness as as a weapon against your own self. So therefore, Uh, there are many lessons like this we can learn from this incident. Do not assume, clarify, and uh, also bad company. And a bad apple in a basket of apple spoils the whole basket, isn't it? So one person who with a wicked intention, if we allow that person to have access to our inner life, that only spoils, that degrades our character. That is how bad habits are learned. Why we become addicted to bad habits? It's because of bad company. That is why it is said, Jaisi Sangat, Vaisi Rangat. A person is known by the company he keeps. So therefore, we should always try to have good company, good people around us. And even if we hear some words from them, it is always good to clarify with the right person before jumping hastily into a conclusion. So therefore, let us pray to Lord Rama that he gives us the right intelligence, he gives us the company, right company, right people to associate with, so that noble thoughts noble thoughts come to us and we engage in noble activities, which is going to result in happiness for everybody and for our own selves. So let us all pray to Lord Ramachandra by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra together. I request all of you to please chant along with me for just 1 minute, about 11 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Ram.